Okay, and it looks like we're live again for another day of coding. We live yet another day, and it's time to code. So here we have been coding this app for the final project for CS50 after, I don't know, maybe I've been learning to code for about 2 years, 2.5 years, at a fairly slow pace, maybe 1 or 2 hours a day max. But I've made it to the point here now where I'm able to code a full stack application with ReactJS and JavaScript. So let's get right into it. First, I'm going to need a source into this thing here. Teleport VM. Source. Teleport VM. Yes, sir, that's where it is. And it's all responsive and whatnot, except for this background here is bleeding off, so to speak. So I want to fix that. To me, that's not something that should be there. And other than that, this whole feature here is done, and we will be done with this feedback app, app from within the bigger project, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the actual main app afterwards. So let's figure it out. I actually have no idea how to solve for this, but I think the main issue here is that let's see. So I am extending the template over at layout app logged in. If you guys remember that in Django, I think it's true for probably most frameworks. But I only really know Django and Flask. For both of them, you do have this template, it's basically where all your CSS goes and where you kind of define what the page is going to look like. So here, by the time you're writing JavaScript on this index.html in the feedback folder, I don't think I've written any CSS here. Like it's all JavaScript here, as you could see, with the exception of this one HTML line, which is basically just a container to run the JavaScript code. So let's find this thing here. So that's app logged in. Where is app logged in? So it should be in the templates, and it's right here, layout app login, which is not a app logged in. Okay, so this is what we're looking at, and in relation to this feedback here. So what have I done here? I actually have a couple of things going on here. So the first thing is that I've divided, and this is another bug, I think. Let me see here. No, I think I fixed that before. So I've divided this into two main things. The first being the side navigation, and obviously that is very nicely responsive now, and that took a while to implement. The side navigation, and then we have the rest of it. So I think this is two divs, and then within this secondary div here, I subdivided that even further into a top bar, which is sticky. As you can see, it stays always at the top, and it always stays above all other content. And then the rest of it. So basically, I need to find a div where I'm calling the rest of it, which is the actual window where the app is showing, and figure out why this is going the way it is. So let's find that. App logged in. And so these are all my menus and whatnot, and I think this is what the issue is here. So the app body, where I am basically blocking it out and saying this is where my body is going to go, and then I go ahead and fill that in with this div here. As you can see, block.body, I fill that in with that div, and then that div, I fill it in with the React.js. So I just got to figure out exactly what the issue is here. So app body is the class that we are trying to troubleshoot right now. Where are my CSS files? So that's over here in the templates. Let's take a look. Yeah, so app logged in CSS. So you'll see up here that this is actually loading as a style sheet the teleport app / app logged in CSS. So that's this right here. Right here, okay. And we said that we are looking for the class named app body. So that's what that is, okay. And where would that even be? So that's over here. App body. The color is white. Interesting. That actually explains a lot. I think that is why. So this color white here, I think is for the text. So this is explaining why I've had to specify for each card that the text should be black, because by default I was making it white. That's neither here nor there. Right, so the app body is, I'm not sure what the issue is, but let's take a look. Where is this color coming from? That's what I want to know. Maybe we should debug from here, so we'll inspect that. And it's giving me a feedback card. And yeah, I don't really know where any of this stuff is coming from. Header, side nav, main content. So my main content has a background color of this here. So let's go ahead and take that out and move it somewhere else. So if I reload here, it should go away. Let's see. It's not going away. I think we have to reload the whole thing here. That's the issue. One of the issues with dealing with this new private CSS files are load once in a while, so to speak, by the browser. So if you make any changes to your CSS, sometimes you're not able to see it, and you have to clear the cookies in the server. Another way is just to do an incognito window, and you see it just all disappears. And I think that the solution here would be to just go ahead and find the main content here, which I think is what we were referring to. Let me see. App logged in. We want our main content. And then we have our app body. So we want to find app body. And okay. We have something called app body, and that's where we're going to put that background color. Let's reload it. And again, we still have that issue here. Let's just reload it on a new window. A new private window, which doesn't have the cookies loaded yet. We do test. Okay. That's just the account I'm using here. Feedback. And we see that it loads very nicely. And I might even want to add a footer, but that's not really part of it right now. But I might want to add it. Let me see 1 second. It does have a minimum height, I guess. I guess it's working fine. Let me see here. No, it's working fine. Okay. I wouldn't call it a footer. It's just like a padding or a margin or something, but it's working perfect. And we can go ahead and delete. And we see that it's doing that, so it could be that we need to have it on the other one as well. Let's see, we want to have it on the main content as well. Yeah, that does it. And so we might have a bug here for some reason, I'm not sure. Why? But it seems like we're not loading correctly from the array. Why is that? For some reason it was only loading the current user's posts, but it wasn't loading everything else. Let's see. Wait, I don't think I messed with anything here per se, so let's just reload the server. I don't know what else it could be. Hello? Testing? Okay. So it is in there. Manage Pi shell, and from feedback models import all. A source feedback dot objects all, and then all is, there's a bunch of stuff in there. Why is it not presenting it? And then by feedback likes. I'm not sure why it's not working at the moment. Hold on. So that's CS50. Yeah, okay. That's weird. Why did that stop working? Um, Does it have to do with this? How could it have to do with this? Why would it have to do with that? Did I delete something by accident from here? Maybe I did. Not really sure what the issue is here. Feedback. So the current user is equal to, let's see, hold on. The current user. It was working 5 minutes ago. I'm not sure why it stopped working. Maybe I just go back. I don't know what the problem was here even. Why it's not working. No error whatsoever anywhere. In browser, no. Let's see here. Feedback like. Not this one. Post like button. Feedback on your current user, okay. For some reason that is not working, and I do have the correct library imported. I don't think we're using date time here. Take that out. And we're not using any authentication either. Data response is good. Help with fields of Boolean, feedback likes. Feedback likes. I mean, that's the correct thing here. Is current user. All of one. Yeah, so it is only affecting it in memory, not in the actual database. But why is it not loading is the question. I have no idea. It's an empty array. It's not returning an empty, like it's not returning an error, it's just returning an empty array, which is weird. And my index. This is one of those cases where you try to solve one problem and then you just exchange it for another. This is that, and layout logged in, style sheet. I don't see why there's an issue here. There shouldn't be an issue here. And this is that top bar. There should not be an issue here either. Main content. Index feedback. It's giving me a 200 and it said that it's giving it 13. Hold on. But I only have 11 here. Right, I think I only have 11. $12. 13. Okay, so I have up to 12. Here's 13. So I'm wondering if it's passing it to, let me just console, hold on. Feedback engine, data.post. Oh, it is logging it already. This is all correct. There's a bigger issue here that I'm not understanding. So I'm gonna do something random. I'm just gonna go into my GitHub. Hold on, and try to figure out if anything changed in the code since yesterday. Maybe I deleted something by accident, I'm not sure. So let's take a look. CS50w, final project. Let's see what the last commit was. I just added that one line, that's it. Just added the one line to main. App.body background color. So did I change anything else? By accident maybe? Let's see. This is 2 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 18 minutes ago. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one. So I deleted just the background. This should all work. Okay. And that was 3 minutes ago. So the only thing I've changed today actually is, looks like it's that that CSS file. And yesterday, 7 minutes ago, yesterday, URLs py, templates feedback yesterday. What did I change here? Let's see, 7 minutes ago. Just deleted some comments. So this is very strange, why it's not working. Let's just remove this for now. Let's see. Zero issues, nothing changed. I mean, I'm not sure what is this log here. Like, there's nothing going on here, other than it's not working. But it doesn't give me any errors. Help. Help. Current user teleport.objects.get. Okay. I'm getting all the posts and then annotating them. Empty. let's do that. So then here, just print list data response. Let's try that. Take a look. Typo. Let's try it again. And it's an empty whatever. It's empty. Maybe the problem is here in this else pass. Maybe that's the issue. Let's try again. Empty array. Is this the is pass the issue? We have some issue here that I'm not sure. What am I trying here? So it is definitely returning something, but this data response is empty. The data response is empty. Let's see. Showing and users posts. Okay, that's a good idea. Post print. Post printing that up here. Posts. Let's try again. So it is getting them. So up until here the code is correct. This feedback object 4, 2, 3, it's sorting it, I think, correctly. And so up to here the code is correct. Then it does this data response thing here. If post.active is true, then it will do this. So post pk title description user liked feedback like dot objects dot filter Data response append. Let's keep printing somewhere else and see what the issue is. Data response, let me see here. Let's just print this. So it's not printing anything. Let's print it at the top here. Trying to figure out exactly where the issue is, where the bad code is. Print post, and what might have gone wrong here. Post, print post. Let's see, and nothing is printing here. Let's go back one. Yeah, so up here it is printing it. So we might have a problem here actually with this post.active. Let's see, post dot equals true. So let's just do it like this. If post.active, let's try again. That didn't help. So if post.active, else, let's keep printing. Print post. So it's not printing. There's an issue here. I'm not really sure what the problem is. Is it that we're not indenting right? Like I'm going crazy at this point. Let's see. Take a look at this code if you're already I don't know, if you have some experience with Python. Let me know what you see wrong here. Like I have my, up until here I have all of my objects here in this post, so I can go ahead and print it over here. You'll see. Print posts. If I reload, you'll see that it's printing all those objects here. Yeah. So what's the issue here? I'm not understanding. Like up until here we're okay. What happens down here that everything gets messed up? So for posts, in posts, post, if the post is active, like I don't think we're messing with that over here, whether it's active or not. Let's try again. So nothing. So let me see here. It's not printing anything. Current user is correct. Let's see, request.user.id, that is correct. There are feedback objects in the database. There's about 12 of them. And if we reload here, posts, this prints let's see if the AI can tell the difference. For post and posts, let's do it even before that. For posts, post. Let's try that. Active. False. Is that what it is? They're all false now? So maybe our code is correct in the end. Let's see. Let's take out this print statement. Apparently they're all false. So let's reload here. Hold on. Okay, so let's write test2. I suggest something new. Please add this feature. In. So something is loading now, and if I reload it, I think it should be okay. And more custom migrations. And let's go ahead and fix that again. That's in our CSS file. In our, let's see, we were in the feedback templates. No. Logged in CSS. And main content. Reload. Ah, okay, it's working fine. Okay. That was just my mistake. Okay, so this is working. Okay, now has the correct colors. It's responsive. Let's do a real test now. Let's log out of here and go into test1 account. So different account. Okay. I think it's working fine. It was working fine from before. I guess I just deleted all of them. That's what happened. Then I lost track of who was who over there. But yeah, we can just go ahead and sort them or like them, unlike them, whatever, and then that'll resort them, and we can add more features. We can add more cards, and you'll see that the current user, he sees his suggestions at the top, but he's not able to vote on it. If I log out, we have test2. You get the idea. I see what happened here. It's in this tiny view that we have a different background color, so let's fix that. App body. I don't know, I'm just gonna add that over here. Main content. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see again. This is max width. I guess it's the smallest one, so 670. Does that make sense? Yeah, it could be 670. Where the main content has this background color here. Well, I don't know why it should be different. I have no idea why that would be like, where is this coming from? App body. But yeah, it's just a small bug that doesn't really matter. But you see how it does that? I wonder if it's doing that also over here. 127. Feedback. Login. Oh, here we can even try out this other thing here. Check it out. Test 1. Feedback. Okay, now it works fine. It works great. And these are two separate users, and you'll see here, like, you see their feeds look different. And if I delete this card here, interesting, it doesn't actually reload for the other users. So I'm wondering how we would do that in real time. I guess we gotta figure that out later, but the point is it's kind of working. If one user likes a post, how do I show that automatically to the other users without them having to reload their page? WebSockets. So let's see, to show updates automatically, you can use WebSockets to allow for real-time communication between the server and the client. Set up WebSockets, use the library like Django channels to set up WebSockets. And then the client side use JavaScript to listen for WebSocket messages and update the DOM accordingly. Use JavaScript to listen for WebSocket messages and update the DOM accordingly. Yes. So I installed channels. Okay. This is way more complicated than I had in mind. A consumers and customers pie. I'm gonna skip this for now because I believe that we don't really need that. Again, this is just a little feedback app here that people can just submit feedback. So it's not something they're gonna be using all the time. But if this was like a messaging application, then for sure you would use WebSockets here, so that whenever I like something over here, let's say whenever I type in something here and suggest a new feature, you see it loads for me, but for the other user, he has to sort of reload the page to be able to see that, and it shows up at the bottom here. And okay, he can like it and whatnot, but and also if I delete here, so I like this here, right? This more custom migrations. If I go ahead and delete it from here, it doesn't update for the other user unless he does something on the page. Let's say he adds something, or he reloads the page, something like that. So then you see it's updated. And the same here, like he just wrote something, but the other guy doesn't see it here, so he has to either do something for it to reload, and now he could see it, or reload the page. That's a bit of a weird thing to do, the functionality, but it's simple. I think it works for this feedback thing that I wrote here. So I'm gonna call this complete, basically, for for this stage. And that's loading fine. And if I delete it over here, it's just something new, and I reload the page for the other user, then you'll see that disappears. So again, there's a lot of reloading involved, but if you want all this to be automatic, you need a library in Django with WebSockets. That is something that we could figure it out. I don't think that it's worth the investment right now in terms of the time, because I don't really need that. I just need people to come in here and say, hey, I have this issue that I want you to resolve, for, add this feature to the app, suggest it, and move on. Maybe they see something interesting here, so they'll upvote it. Other than that, there isn't really any need for real-time updating of these cards. Maybe it's something for the future to improve on, but for now I think we are good here. So basically today was a great day. We finished the feedback functionality here, and in the next live stream we're going to be working on the rest of the app, automating things, linking things. Something that I did outside of the live stream is this feature here where you could get started, and you can sign in with Google, for example. There's a way to sign in with Google here, and it allows you to use your Google account to sign in. So that's a cool feature. It still needs a little bit of work, but perhaps in the future webinars we're going to work on cleaning that up so that it just looks a little bit more professional. Right now it's very plain, it doesn't make much sense, but it does work, the functionality is there. And yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you for joining, and see you guys in the next live stream.